that has gone through, of course, the wild card, and now it begins in the group stage against Rule 1. Ruas right on the attack. Killers is there again. The reigning MVP is not going to put one on target. It goes harmlessly across. Boston stuffed by Atomic, and so it's Rule 1 that is right in G2's face from the opening kickoff.
And I think a lot of people expected that.
Oh.
Ruas double straight down, no. Monster not able to get the follow-up. That's going to go all the way downfield. G2 catch Rule 1 a little too aggressive and make them pay.
Were they caught napsing there?
Come on, we're 30 seconds into the game. Like 30 seconds.
They weren't napping much. Only J-Naps.
Good win.
Waterfall down, but nobody's there. Now Ruas a little bit late to the play. Killers is there as well. Now Mawson back up to the backboard, and this time Chicago has it. Big opportunity there missed by Rule 1, and how many more can you expect to get? Ruas trying to create one. J-Nap stops that as well, and G2 continue to hold Rule 1 off the scoreboard.
I mean, Rule 1, they're doing a good job of keeping the control. Here's for a double. Ruas got it. And Rule 1, after so much pressure, finally showing up successful. This is a great pass, but it's really the first touch to set Ruas up for the follow-up, and he nails it.
2-0 for Chicago, looking for another, and kind of a fake there, and Clears will have it.
I like the consistent pressure I'm seeing out of Rule 1. Here's Clears, good little 50. Ruas sitting there trying to get it off the corner, does do so. Mawson wanted to go for it, did, but just a little too far away from the ball. G2's been able to get this ball on the orange half, but they haven't been able to get that consistent pressure. And we noticed when G2 does is when they're most successful offensively. Also a big lack here in demos, but even though I say that, the number overall is 5. 3 for G2, 1 for Rule 1. As we approach the final minute of gameplay, J-Naps gets a win, lower right corner, and G2 take the lead.
It's J-Naps again, with Atomic winning the challenge at midfield, and now twice into an open net for J-Naps and G2.
J-Naps up, but not quick enough. Chicago in a tough spot, but still got the touch out, and it's still a scoreless game.
Oh, here goes the MVP, but he had nothing in the tank. He ran out. Now Mawson trying to set up Ruas. And who's going to cycle in? Because he's going to need some help. It's Killers, but it's deflected high. And J-Naps needs a second touch. He's got it and a third to go with it, but it's coming right back into the G2 half. This is what Rule 1 need to do, kind of break down the G2 defense. They just have not had much success doing so. J-Naps, good pass, great shot, and Atomic's got G2 in the lead.
It's the speed test, and G2 were that much faster. J-Naps with the first touch, you see Killers on the wall, he beats him out. Atomic beats out Mawson at the perfect time to put it into the top left corner.
It took a lot longer this time, but G2 have the opening goal, and J-Nap's gonna make a little quick improv play to get to this ball, but now Edwards falls down, and Ruas is right there. And just like in game 1, Rule 1 answer.
I mean, you see this here from Atomic, low on boost, wants to see if he has enough time to go up the wall, but the ball drops down way faster than he can.
Ruas has it, and over to his brother, Mawson to his left. Another one lobbed forward, and this will fall down into a dangerous spot, but not where Mawson was headed, and G2 get away with it again.
Mawson was in position, but I don't think he believed that both members of G2 would miss that play. Now this ball sitting in the blue half, and as the speed increases, the mistakes do as well on both sides.
Oh, Ruas for Killers, and a little bit of twin magic gives Rule 1 their first win in the series.
I like this though from Ruas. He's reading the ball. He knows Chicago's going to play it across, plays it off the corner. Chicago no boost, and making it very hard for G2, at least in the air, to be successful. Rule 1 have tested the backboard a lot this series, and G2's also been available for that as well. Just kind of forcing everyone to be a little bit more creative.
Chicago brought it to ground. J-Nap's running forward, and had he been 5 seconds faster, it's a 1-0 game. Atomic will try his luck. Mawson in the way, and Killers there as a contingency plan. He jumps up again and will stop J-Naps. Chicago doing all he can to play keep away from Rule 1. And
he got it!
He got it to J-Naps, and G2 leads.
And we saw it from J-Naps' perspective. He was waiting and trusting Chicago to get that one through, and boy did he. Last second touch. J-Naps available. The sniper's gonna hit the...
And then that missed second touch, maybe trying to freeze the G2 defense a little bit. it might have worked to some extent, but not to the extent they would have liked. Here goes JNaps quickly back the other way, and just could not get killers. Ruas gets bumped from behind, though, by JNaps coming out, but here he goes. That actually sprung him downfield. It leaves Chicago as the lone man back to try and defend it.
He can get this.
And he got the ground pitch, and JNaps will score the other way. Just too late respawning off the demo.
Row 1 thought they had G2 out, but it was really G2 who turned the tables. Demo on the play to set up a lane, and JNaps with a good follow-up ground pinch.
And here comes Atomic, here comes G2 with that 2-goal lead. Looking to maybe put it away, and Mawson with the save. Not out of the woods just yet, though, as he's got it out towards Ruas. That's a clean win. Killers is downfield, but Chicago up way ahead of time, and Atomic should have this all day. He does after he avoids contact. Mawson, though, again stopped by Atomic, putting in all the work right now. And how great has Atomic been throughout the wild card and now in this series? Not just offensively, but defensively as well. He wasn't as great as he needed to be there as Mawson scores.
And look at this one from Mawson, though. You're seeing JNaps there on the corner trying to get there early as he knew the pass was coming out from Ruas. And we talked about the speed from Atomic 2.
The one shot on target officially, it came from JNaps as we get to the halfway mark of game 4. Rule 1 have had the greater quantity of chances. The quality, not there really on either side. Ruas for Mawson. Waiting for Chicago to play it away, conceding the corner boost to him. And now Killers will have to come up, and it's just a late challenge on Atomic, so Mawson is left to defend at his back line. Atomic just wreaking all sorts of havoc, and it's almost in! Still on the goal line, and Chicago slams it home at the end.
I mean, you got to give it up to Atomic for initially setting up this play. So effective getting the ball downfield. It's so close. JNaps is just in the net, watching the ball bounce in and out. That time out, you saw Safi with just going off, basically. And knowing that G2 haven't played the best Rocket League either, I mean, that time out almost kind of benefited both teams.
Yeah. Well, you're always going to have a match like that, too, in a tournament like this, whether it's the wild card and the main event, or you're here for just one of them. You've got to win the games where you're not at your best, and G2 have been good enough. As that drops down, timely demolition, though. Mawson's not going to catch up to this, but nobody outside of Ross was there. It didn't look like anybody was going to dive in time because they were so low on boost. I mean, look at them. They had maybe a dozen between them, and then Ruas just got there to stop Atomic's clearance.
Want to start the counterattack. Ball to Atomic, gets that one through. Kalir's in a tough spot, but will not get it past JNaps. And Chicago up first. G2 wanting to keep this play alive as we approach the final minute. They know that if Rule 1 able to get another clear out, they could manage this clock all the way down to the final second.
How did that not go in? They're going to be kicking themselves if G2 tie this game, and it almost seems inevitable. JNaps from Chicago to the backboard. Chicago blocked by Killers. Now 24 seconds. Atomic quickly to the back wall. Out low. Chicago's got it, and that missed opportunity comes back to haunt Rule 1.
Oh man, Ross was trying to see if he could get the ball or the boost. Mawson not set, and G2 continued to put everything Rule 1 did to hold on and maintain that 1-goal lead. They let it slip in the final seconds. Can they turn things around and start getting it going offensively? Or will G2 end it here? Atomic, no! Blocked away by Mawson.
Not out of it, though. JNaps all the way across. Nobody on the weak side, so Ross will clear it away. He's got Mawson up just a little too late. Atomic now gives it away to Ross. JNaps has to make sure to grab the corner boost. He's got it, and a big, powerful clear by Chicago forces Killers and Mawson to work as a team. Now Atomic through the center, and Ross